All right, everyone, welcome to our San Diego Comic-Con breakdown. We're breaking down all the toy news that's coming out of the San Diego Comic-Con. Let's go ahead and get started because there is so much news to get through. All right, we're talking Star Wars Black Series. They gave us some good stuff from the Comic-Con reveals here. Let's go ahead and break it down. First up, we're getting a B1 Battle Droid with the stop STAP. I love this, dude.
This is so cool, and also I feel like guaranteed now. It's like because this is going to be it's a con exclusive. Later will be on like Pulse exclusive, right? And it's based off the Phantom Menace. You get that like retro Phantom Menace packaging.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is though, like I'm 100% sure, just like with Black Series trends, we are now going to get the blue and gray Clone Wars edition. I bet mass release. So I bet they'll keep this one the convention exclusive, but then we'll get the Clone Wars mass release version for the wide for everybody, because that's just a simple repaint, blue and gray. Yeah. It's iconic. You can put Anakin on it. You can put Ahsoka on it. Everybody, like, people hijack those all the time, especially in the Clone Wars movie, where you have Ahsoka and Anakin hijack them and race up top.
Yeah, going up the wall. Yeah, with the
yeah
crawler.
So, and not only that, like, you can even go even deeper now. I don't know how deep they want to get with it, but like within the Clone Wars show, there were not only blues, there was like red ones, gray ones, like there was different colors for the different factions.
They can do it, man. They have the mold. Yeah, $50, man. This looks cool, man. This is fun. This is fun. And it just kind of also gives off what they did with the mall, right? With the speeder bike.
Yeah. Most of those are like are con exclusives, and like they haven't gone out for like order yet on Pulse yet, but we'll see when they go.
Yeah, we'll see. Next up, we're getting Jedi Master Vanestra. This is from the Acolyte. If you're not aware, she plays a big role. She's a character from the High Republic time that they kind of brought into the Acolyte show. But yeah, Vanestra, that's a Jedi.
And with the soft goods, it's thin, but just from my experience with the Black Series, they're like not prone to fraying. Like you can see that edge is like really clean and there's not very loose. It's like you don't have to worry about it with it like ripping, kind of like with the McFarlane stuff that often they come frayed. But it's still thin and it's not gonna lay, like you can see it's laying very straight. Like it's not gonna
it does,
it's not gonna lay right because it's too thin and there's not enough weight for it to have natural folds. Like look how straight that is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's silly. So now, you make a custom.
Vanestra does have a whip. Her lightsaber is a whip. And so interesting that they went with a straight blade and not give us the accessory, potentially like a swap out piece of it being in the whip form, where it's more like a curvy S thing. So I don't know. Interesting.
That kind of does suck. Like I feel like something that unique, especially to the character, that should come, especially because it's just like such a stark difference to see how kind of lazy I feel like the Black Series team has gotten. Because if you look at those old kind of figures, like even just a couple years back, you would get so much more accessories than you would. And I get like you're getting all new unique sculpts, but even back then within the Black Series line, you would get all new unique sculpts. And like to just get a lightsaber, like that's okay if when it's like just a Jedi, but like and they don't have something that unique, like something like that should come. Like that's not something that we should have to get separately.
Like you said, it's specific to her character. It's part of her, persona.
And it's so unique, like and iconic to this person that's just ridiculous. And I bet you anything they'll be like this. Oh, we wanted to protect fans from spoilers. Everybody already saw it.
Oh my god! Well,
I bet that's what. Well, I'm saying that's gonna be their excuse. That's gonna be their excuse.
Right. Whatever. All right, but there's Vanestra. We're also getting my boy Basil, dude. I don't know how far you've seen Acolyte, but dude, Basil is so cool in that show. He's like this little tracker. He just like they use him to track someone, and he just sniffs around the whole time. And then he's got his own language, doesn't speak basic, and so he's just running around Basil, dude, and he's got Pip there as well. So this guy's cool.
Anytime to get aliens, right? Like I feel like the aliens and the little creatures and those unique characters are what makes Star Wars. Beyond anything else, I think that's like what makes you get immersed into that world. And so to get like this random kind of alien dude, I love it.
Yeah, Basil's cool, man. Yeah, it's like Ugnaughts, Ewoks. Yeah,
when we got like Rio, when they made Rio too, same thing.
Yeah, right? Rio. But yeah, there's Basil. Next up, we're getting a Cassian Andor here.
The GOAT.
Yeah, it is all black, man.
I love the way these colors are working together. Like it's so muted, but there's still so much color going around. Like but it's like it's I don't know. I feel like they executed this so well. The sculpt and the likeness
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, this show, man, the
This show,
Rogue One universe is the best thing that Star Wars Disney's made.
yeah, no, it was a really good show. Especially this is the later half of the show where he looks like this, which is the best part of that show, right? The ending was insane. But yeah, there's Andor and the main line coming out fall 2024. Okay,
And
next, yo,
I like
yeah,
to see also too that the Black Series boxes are now gonna kind of share the same size as like a Legend, and it's like Hasbro lines are kind of going to become like seamless. And just for stacking purposes, shipping purposes, storaging purposes, some people like store their boxes and everybody throws away.
Yeah.
It's just like going to be a quality of life thing that I feel like is going to have really good ripple effects within the collecting community. Like, it's such a nice sight to see. Okay. Just a box, no slanted, no freaking weird things going around. It's just a box.
Yeah. Just a rectangular box. All right. Next up, getting Dedra. I don't know about you, but man, what did they do to her face?
I think it looks like her.
I don't see it, man. I don't see
it. That's how that chick looked. She was ugly.
She's butt ugly.
And she was like an idiot.
She's just very stern and just like, oh.
No, I see it, dude. I think they did it good. And, like, I'll take any Andor figure. So, like, I think she was pretty big in the show. So, yeah, I think she's gonna be bigger in the next season.
We'll see. Yeah, Dedra coming with a little data pad as well. Love that little just kind of world building. Yeah, in her Imperial officer suit. We'll see, man.
And yeah, it's just like a reuse of like the Tala in Imperial officer disguise with just a new head sculpt and the data pad.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the Empire for you, right? Everyone just dresses the same. All right, next up, Ahsoka Tano from the Ahsoka show. Out when they're rescuing Ezra, she comes after she turns. She went from Ahsoka the gray, she now becomes Ahsoka the white. Yeah, no, this is fun. This is a great look for her. Doesn't come with their like the full or the cape, the hood, but we'll probably get that later.
Yeah, deluxe. Now, I haven't seen the show, you tell me, but one thing I like that they did, and I don't know if this is an accurate thing or if it's the Black Series making an executive decision to make the figure look better, is the Leku. The Leku to me look longer, which I love because, when Ahsoka appeared in The Mandalorian, the Leku were way too short. And like and it was just the Disney being lazy. Like, it was literally just like they're so scared of prosthetics and they're so scared of makeup and just those things. They're just scared of them. They're downright scared of it that they made them really short. And all the figures henceforth were really short, especially when you compare it to the Ahsoka interpretation of the Rebels figure. The Rebels Ahsoka figure is like down, right? And that's how it should be, because as you age, they get longer and longer. These ones look longer than the Mando Ahsoka. So is that how it is in the show, or did they make an executive decision?
I can't remember. I know it wasn't distracting because I remember in Mando, I noticed. I was like, those look small,
too short, right? Yeah.
But in Ahsoka, I didn't notice, so I'm assuming that they.
I'll have to watch it, but yeah, I think it looks good. Like it just looks better to have those things longer than they.
Yeah, they
like
look
that.
Down past almost across her chest.
So. Yeah, especially like because Shock T's and Revenge of the Sith, dude, they were like down to her hips.
Yeah, that's true. But can you trim your Lekus?
No, bro. No, dude. They're actually very they're like super hypersensitive. Like they're almost like a sixth sense for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah. But looks great. We'll get the deluxe version later. If you want her now, you can pick her up now. All right, we're not done. We're taking it over to the Mando Season 3 Imperial Armored Commando. And these guys were sick in the show, and they're looking good in action.
I love the design. I said this before, but I just love the combination of the Death Trooper with the Imperial Commando that they did for this. But with the figure, I think the head is way too small because it's a head with a helmet, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it looks it looks a little tight for there to be a head in there. So I just wish maybe it was just like a tiny bit bigger. But besides that, I think it's a great figure.
Do you think they are putting a head underneath there, like kind of like they did with the Clone Wars, like Clone Troopers?
Oh, dude, no, I don't think so. Like with how little that is, no way.
We'll see. It does look a little small. I will give you that, and it could just because they're not using an actual head underneath there.
Yeah, but like even then though, you just scale it up. Like that's just like a design flaw. That's just a scaling flaw because it's not like these files cannot be scaled.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. All right, but there's that Imperial Armored Commando. So cool. Let's keep going here. IG-12 Elvin Grogu with some Babu fricks, man.
Freaking frick, dude. Okay.
So this is when he gets rebuilt, right?
Yes, yes. It's hard for me. It's hard for me because it's like Babu freaking Frick has a new paint apps, new kind of skin. Like he's all new, all different. The IG88, all new, all different because he has the attachment. Yeah, I think there's enough changes that it's worth the update.
Yeah, and they're different. They're Babu Frick species, right? So that's why they kind of give those changes to them. But yeah, I think this is cool. You get the basket in the front for IG12, different paint apps.
What? Pause.
Yeah.
This is actually really new because one of the biggest complaints with the original IG11 was that the head, they just reused. IG11 was just basically a reissue of IG88. They just repainted it, right?
Okay, yeah.
There was no sculptural differences. I think maybe there was like a little like the bandolier, right? It was just the bandolier that was different. And everybody's complaint was that if you go back and look at the movie, even in like Empire Strikes Back, the head is massive. Like the IG robots' heads are massive, and that one was like that's why everybody flocked to get the Mafex and SH Figure Arts heads. And you can see here, they corrected that mistake. I just realized that this head is now accurately proportioned to an IG robot. It's not small.
Interesting.
So no, this is actually a huge upgrade. It's not that tiny head that we've gotten, that trash head that we've gotten. So no, this is like, oh my gosh, no. And on top of that, with the IG88 and IG11 figures and the joint, they elected to go with a rubber overlay that with as time, especially like if you live in humid places, cracks. Like the rubber, they went a rubber overlay, and you can see they've thrown away that rubber overlay, and now it's just a joint sculpted with the rivets. So they've made a lot of new changes on this thing. It's like for the better. This is actually 10 out of 10. Never mind.
10 out of 10. All right, we'll see if this one is your standout. But there's more pictures here. Love it.
It's crazy how this looks like the Mafex. It's that good.
Really? You think
sculpturally wise? Yes. Maybe not the paint's not there, but sculpturally.
Okay.
Very similar now. Very good.
All right, let's get into some pipeline reveals here for the Black Series. These are exciting, dude.
Yeah,
you're getting the Wookiee from Acolyte. Love that guy. Dude, if you watch Acolyte, just watch Acolyte.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Fight scenes. Just watch it for the fight scene.
I'll get around to it. But one thing I don't like is that like the creator was like, oh, we're gonna make like a Wookiee Jedi. And it's like, dude, Gunji did not walk so this guy could run. Gunji's gonna get his spot, dude. No, this ain't no, like this is not like something that she was like acting like it's never been done before. She's like, oh, Wookiee Jedi. It's like, of course. Like, and it just felt like she didn't even realize that Gunji existed. So
I think you need to I think you need to separate that. Just listen.
You're talking a lot of garbage. I'll tell you that though.
The Acolyte, the story is fun. The story's okay. Acting sometimes was all right, but there's some like the fight choreography was good, dude, throughout the whole thing.
That's good to hear because the Disney choreography has always been kind of lackluster, right?
It's because you can tell that they're not hitting. Like watching Ahsoka, and when she fights, like you can tell she's not actually connecting. The punches aren't connecting. In the Acolyte,
Rosario Dawson is probably one of the she sucks. I'm sorry, guys, she sucks with the saber. Her movements,
it doesn't look good. But
no,
I don't know who the choreographer was on this or the stunt people who did it on this, but it is good, dude. There's good wire work, like kung fu, like Crouch a Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
That's good.
Like it is just acrobatic, force using. Like it's so much fun.
That's good.
And
that's good.
There's a part where this Wookiee goes off, and I remember when he showed up and he's like gonna battle. I was like, dude, I'm gonna see someone get their arms ripped out.
That's cool. Okay, I'll watch it.
You felt the weight of a Wookiee Jedi. Like that's very powerful, and you feel it, dude. But yeah, you getting the Acolyte there. We're also getting the Moff is full,
yeah, that's
Mandalorian.
Cool. That's like you had to have that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're also getting his red guards there as well. Over that, and I cried. I teared up seeing Anakin from the Ahsoka in the flashback that happens in that show, man. I don't know. It's just,
and I wonder, dude, how much new sculpt we'll get with this, because of course you're going to get the new head sculpt, right? But we've already gotten the Clone Wars Anakin. I wonder if they're just going to reuse that.
Are the proportions on that Clone Wars Anakin more cartoony or more realistic?
It's realistic. They always do. Any Clone Wars figure and Rebels figures have always been realistic interpretations, which Black Series, like, great decision for them doing that. So it is like realistic. But I just hope that they give us kind of a new sculpt would be nice. But I don't know.
I
We'll
think
see.
I think they should. Anakin's tall. Maybe his tunic's like a little bit longer in the flashback there, but dude, it's such a good part in that show. I love that episode. And we're also getting Rex from the Ahsoka show. He shows up as well. There's like a how far have you seen of Ahsoka? Any of it? None of it? Some of it? Half of it?
Like the first episode. I'm on the
Okay.
first episode of Ahsoka and Acolyte.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, sorry for the
I just
spoilers.
I just lost trust. I don't know. I kind of gave up on it for a while. I'll have
I'm
to get back
sorry.
into it.
I'm sorry that happened to you, man. A loss of faith.
Yeah, I'm like Anakin right now. You know, I
just
gotta have a Luke Skywalker to bring me back.
just trust it. That's all I have to say.
But
Captain
oh,
Rex from Ahsoka.
it's kind of weird that they say from Ahsoka, but don't use
Yeah,
the
they're
Ahsoka
using.
figure. They're using the Clone. But it's
I,
cool to finally get a Phase One Rex because as much as I love the Phase Two, like Phase One Rex for me, and I feel like for a lot of the people that grew up watching the Clone Wars show, is more iconic because that's how like you were introduced to the character. Like when you saw like this is the Rex.
it's also probably a lot of the merchandising too. It was
yeah. Like I remember for the
while,
while, like the Legos in that time period all were just like the symbol was just the Phase One Rex, and it's nice to get like yes they are Ahsoka releases, but in a way they're kind of re-releases because like Rex and the Clone Wars Anakin are really hard to get and really high in aftermarket, so they're kind of nice updates for the new collectors. I mean updates for the older collectors, but also re-releases for the guys that just started. You know,
that's true. Next up here, we're getting the Megito Ki-Adi-Mundi's fighters, episode 3 from Revenge of the Sith. These guys that gun down Ki-Adi.
One thing, actually, sorry, with the Rex, one thing that's going to be kind of interesting is how they interpret the pauldron. Because there's been a lot of discussions, especially with like the Hot Toys, because the sometimes like the way the Hot Toys did it and the way that Black Series did it is they just went one-to-one interpretation of the animation style. But in reality, like some people say, and I really don't know that the animated style, because there are some comic references that show that the animated style is an interpretation of like Commander Bly's, what we seen Commander Bly have in Revenge of the Sith, pauldron. And so like, are they going to go Commander Bly pauldron or like that? Are they going to go how it appeared in the Ahsoka show?
I think they'll go how technically accurate. Yeah, I think they'll go the Ahsoka. I think they're using the Ahsoka show as a reference point. So
okay, then they should have put that. I don't know why they did it. I don't know. Like, they couldn't find the pick. They couldn't find the pick.
Something.
But yeah, the Revenge of the Sith is Captain. Well, these are the BARC troopers with like Captain Neo when they kill Ki-Adi-Mundi. Okay. So the BARC troopers when they're Ki-Adi-Mundi's troops.
Yeah, isn't he on Megito in the snow planet on the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is Mundi's faction. So cool. Like that we got Mundi.
That's
and
true.
Now we're getting
the
Bakara troopers, which are super unique. And now for sure they have to give us a 2-pack, Captain Neo and Mundi 2-pack.
Sure. Yeah. Next up, we're getting a super commando droid. Love this. Yeah, we asked for this.
we do it.
You had to get right. You give us the B1, the super battle droid. Give us the commando droid. Droidica. Oh my God. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. So the Clone Wars. Yeah. Commando droids, man. These are going to be sick. Can't wait for those. And again, with those, you can just iterate.
Exactly. Just like they did with the Fallen Order. Like I expect to see a B1, B2 Super Commando 3-pack repainted in like the blue, the red, the yellow, all the colors that we saw. I'll take them all.
Yeah.
Now we need the tactical droid. Now, and the same thing. A lot of reuse. Okay. Give us the tactical droid next.
Big old thick boy.
Yep.
All right, last up for the pipeline reel, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. This looks like the villain, I'm going to say, of that video game. So it's cool.
Yeah, so they're kind of like a crime syndicate, like part of like kind of
the Pikes.
So they're kind of like Pikes, like
the Hutts.
Nemoidians, Hutts, yeah. And we actually see their species in, I believe, the Boba Fett show, like when all the kind of the crime bosses kind of collect themselves and they gather up.
Are these the same kind of species on Jabba's barge where he has the braids?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like they're just like, it's like a big crime family, and it's just nice because yes, it's Shadows of the Empire, but you can use it like for your crime syndicate figures, like with Mando's, just Boba Fett,
Cool. I think honestly, solid pipeline reveals. Sometimes pipeline reveals are kind of weak.
Yeah.
But looking at these, man.
Thank you for saying that, because let's give a shout out to the Black Series team, because like all these are super unique characters, super unique sculpts, and hitting a bunch of different properties, right? Clone Wars, Ahsoka, movie,
New,
video
old,
game,
old video
shows.
games. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so they knocked it out of the park. With this next wave is going to be crazy good.
And yeah, these are just reveals, right? Well, there's going to be some stuff that we haven't seen here that is just going to be coming out. I'm assuming more Acolyte stuff, but we'll see, man. We got to get the villain from him as well, from the Acolyte. All right, let's keep going here. They are giving us a Force Effects Elite Balin Skull lightsaber. It's going to be that, that orangey color from Balin. This is cool. This is cool. I dig that. I love that character. Sad that we lost Ray Stevens.
I know, like that sucks so bad because I feel like he has such a good voice for a villain, and he just looks like evil. Like I don't know what
He did such a good job, man.
I bet that sucks that he passed away.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, like how to relate
how they're
this
gonna
to
move the
like.
story on.
Well,
That's what I
no,
wonder.
like I do wonder that as well. Like, how do you do that? How do you continue that on? For me, it's more just like I'm trying to like understand this. How do you relate this type of feeling to people who haven't like had that? Like, where you have this character, great acting, great like physicality, stories just starting, and then that you're no longer going to get anymore. I don't know how that feels. Like, how to relate that to something else if you're not a Star Wars fan. But
I
man,
mean,
yeah,
just like yeah, it's just weird. It's just
it's
weird,
it.
and it's like so abrupt, and it's like we just got him, and then he's gone.
Yeah,
You know.
he's gone. Yeah. But you get a force effects of his lightsaber. So that's really cool that they're going to do that for him. All right. But that'll go ahead and bring it to the end of our show here. That was the Star Wars Black Series reveals from San Diego Comic Con. Man, it was packed.
They did a good job, man.
I think,
I'm surprised. Like I don't know if
yeah.
I had I don't know. The only thing the only thing I had grabbed was just like the head was too small on that commando. That's it. Everything else was like
Yeah, the
good.
Imperial Command. What do you think? What's your standout then? It's going to be hard, a little bit hard.
No pipeline, no pipeline. Let me keep
Yeah,
going.
no pipeline, no
To
pipeline.
be honest, the IG-12.
IG-12.
I think, and it's more so I'm picking it because the Black Series team did the right thing. Because oftentimes I feel like they're always the first ones. Anytime they can do reuse, they're going to do reuse. And when I first saw it, I just assumed it's just a reuse, right? And I was talking a little trash on it. But the fact that they went all new sculpt and went back and fixed the elbows and fixed the head, that's just like a really good sign. And just like getting feedback from the community and be like, okay, that we got to get rid of
Yeah.
that mold and just restart from scratch. And they did do that. So really good sign from the team.
Yeah, it is always nice when you felt like you're being heard. For me, my standout is going to be Basil.
Yeah. Alien. Who would have want aliens?
Yeah, and he was fun and he's got good aesthetic, very good, Star Wars vibes, like you were saying. And he's a cool character. So Basil was my favorite there. Let us know down below your standout. And yeah, thank you, everyone. Oh, I'll stop it there. Okay. Do you want to do a favorite pipeline or one that you're most excited for?
We can. If it's like not too hard to edit, yeah, we can.
Don't worry about editing. I got editing down. So, all right. What do you think for pipeline? Since we can't really pick them for a standout, what was your favorite pipeline reveal here?
I'm gonna go with the Bakara Trooper. The Kia Revenge of the Sith Bakara Episode 3 Bakara Trooper. Like the reason why I like that so much is because the Anakin and the Rex, we kind of got in an iteration of them. There's going to be some reuse there, I believe. But with this clone, like they just have so much more armor and so much more different pieces on them that I feel like it's going to open a lot of things for like customizing and things like that.
That's cool. For me, I'm going with the Anakin. I want to see what it likes, like what it's going to turn out like. And I don't know. I'm just more emotionally attached to that. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to these San Diego Comic Con reveals that we went ahead and broke down for you guys. Make sure, again, you're leaving down your standouts from what was revealed. And as always, friends, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.